Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. All right, so on Wednesdays, we focus on intentional living here on the channel. And I thought today I would chat with you guys about the top three things that I absolutely love about living in Bali. I'm gonna make a little breakfast while I walk you through that, and then maybe we'll go outside and finish up this video. Let's start with number one, which is what I'm about to do right now. My number one absolute favorite thing about living in Bali is that when I wake up in the morning, I get to focus on me, and I get to focus on making sure that I am living a healthy lifestyle. So if you've been on the channel before, you know that I have a very particular morning routine that I'll walk you through right now. And it's just, I find the reason I say that it's one of my favorite things is because we know that when we're living in that rat race, that one that we get indoctrinated to waking up and giving our time to everybody else and not being able to pour into ourselves in a meaningful way. Now that I'm here in Bali, when I wake up, I get to think about, okay, Nicole, what is it that you need? What is it that your body needs? What do you need to feel awesome about yourself today? And it's so important for me that I pour first into my body. And one of the things that I do is that I have my supplements, one of them being this collagen right here. I have a very healthy breakfast, and I'll show you what that's comprised of. And it's just amazing because when I was living in the US and working, it's like it's Groundhog Day. You wake up and you're going through the same thing every single day. It's all about what everybody else wants, what everybody else needs. When you go into work, you have family and people calling that, depending on what's going on, may need something. And being here in Bali just allows me to focus on myself. So one of the things that I do, I've gotten very intentional about this, especially since I've gotten older. And you know, when you're young, you can get away with a lot, but I'm 49 now. And you really have to be intentional about taking care of your body, because even though you might feel young, the body tells you another story, okay? You know, the knees start creaking, you gotta like think twice about how you get out of bed in the morning. It's actually quite crazy because I am pretty healthy. I work out like every day, and the aging does not stop. So all you can do is pray that whatever you're doing is going to help slow it down a little bit. But one of the things that I started to incorporate into my routine was taking my collagen peptides. And honestly, guys, I have seen such a dramatic difference. And these are my results. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm just telling you that there's definitely been like a difference in my energy level. There's been a difference in my skin. I get compliments on my skin all the time. My nails, a lot of people think I have on gel nails, but these are my nails. My nails grow so strong and so healthy now. Like I can't even believe it. So yeah, so I start with my collagen peptides. Oh, and the other thing I love about these collagen peptides, for those of you that are trying to make your protein goals for the day, this is definitely one of the ways that I kind of cheat, because I get 20 grams of protein in this one little cup. It's so hard for me to eat that much protein in a day. And as a cheat, I will take this sometimes twice a day. So if I have 2 cups of this, that's already like 40 grams of protein. And the other thing that I do, guys, is before I have anything, the reason it's good to have, of course, your protein before you eat anything else is that it helps slow down the digestion of whatever it is you're going to eat. So I make my collagen as a tea. People put it in their smoothies or whatever else. I like drinking mine warm. And so I make it up with just the 2 scoops of the collagen and then some sea salt, the good stuff. And then creatine. Oh my God, ladies, if you're getting older, you know, they tell us when we go through menopause, it is important that we maintain our muscle mass. You gotta get your creatine in. That helps you to build and have your muscles recover a little bit better. And then I do the L-glutamine because I've had such major digestive issues in the past. When my hormones were all out of whack, it really impacted my digestion. And so when I got to Bali and I was working with all my healers, this is one of the things that they recommended for rebuilding your stomach lining. And then for supplements, I do iron because I'm a little bit anemic, and I do biotin. I feel such a difference because My energy levels have like normalized. I don't feel like drained like I used to in the past. And this has literally been my regimen for like the past year and a half. And you can see the difference. So I'm gonna have some tea. I got it just right. So this is literally one of the things that I really appreciate about living in Bali is that I get to wake up every morning and be very intentional about what it is that I want to do to take care of me. So I never miss this routine. This is because I don't have anywhere to go, anybody to show up for. I get to show up for myself. So I do this every single morning. And then the other thing that I do is, of course, I have me a nice, healthy breakfast. I usually have dragon fruits. I do half of yellow dragon fruit. I do a half of red dragon fruit. And then I usually do some avocado. One of the reasons I really enjoy dragon fruit is because it doesn't have a high glycemic count, so you're not getting a whole lot of sugar, and it's still very good for you. And I love to squeeze fresh lime on these. And we know that lime and ginger are very good for us as well, right? So we squeeze some fresh lime. All I do is like I carve out a little, I'll eat the first scoop. Ooh, sorry. So I get the first scoop out. And then I just squeeze a whole lemon in here. And it's so good. So this is my dragon fruit breakfast with my collagen tea. And let's jump into number 2. All right, so the second reason I really I love being in Bali is that I get to rediscover myself. I get to be into me. I know that sounds maybe a little self-centered, selfish, but sometimes we need to be a little bit self-centered and selfish. I think for a long time, because I was so committed to the rat race and my career and doing all the things that they tell us that we should do in order to be successful, I think I lost touch with myself. I was great at the things that everybody else or society told me that I should do. And I think somewhere along the way, I kind of lost who I was or who I was meant to be. And so being here in Bali has absolutely allowed me to reconnect with that inner self. And it's been so much fun, right? Like rediscovering who you are outside of all the societal rules and indoctrinations into how you're supposed to live your life. And that has been really fun for me. I never thought of myself as a creative person. I'm like a numbers girl. I've been in the finance industry for my entire career, right? I'm like a finance girly, an analytical girly, and I just never felt I had like a creative side. And since being here in Bali and being able to sit with myself and be with myself and finally hear my thoughts, and when I say hear my thoughts, I mean hear my thoughts. Because guys, when I'm over here, honestly, I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm not doing a whole lot of social media. When I do it, I'm very intentional about when I do it. So I'm not like sitting down scrolling and being just completely disconnected from my day and myself and my body and my mind and my thoughts. I'm very much sitting with myself, like hearing my inner voice, hearing my inner childhood voice, and making note of those things, like what is enough for me in terms of like what I want to do, what I feel like getting into today. And that's been so much fun because I feel like I've had to take on so much responsibility from a young age. Like I'm the oldest one in my family, oldest of my siblings. And I had to grow up kind of quick early. Like you become a lot more responsible when you're like the oldest sibling, especially if you're like the oldest girl, because it's just a role that you fall into, not by choice, but by circumstance, right? It's been really fun to just reconnect with myself and discover like the things that are fun for me now. And yeah, it's the number 2 reason why I have to say that I enjoy living in Bali. It's just being with myself. being able to hear my thoughts. And I wish that more of us could have that experience because I think it's so important as part of our life journey to spend significant time with ourselves as an adult without all the intrusions, without all the distractions, without all the responsibilities, and just see what comes of it, right? All right, so I'm gonna go take you to the third reason that I absolutely love, love, love living in Bali. Bali has beautiful weather. Uh, That's just, as you can see, it's another beautiful day here in Bali. Oh my God. It's been rainy season, but even when it rains, I absolutely love it. And yeah, this is probably definitely one of my favorite reasons for living here in Bali. The weather is just so, even though it's sunny, it's like cool and it's just this warm, energetic feeling that I get from, they call this place Mama Bali. So there's just something about being in this place that really just calms my nervous system. I don't know how else to explain it. The people that visit here, depending on the reasons why they're visiting here, they may have a different experience. But there's certain places in Bali that really are just healing. The people are amazing, and you always feel like you are being held and that you're being cared for. It doesn't matter what it is you ask, people are just always willing to help. It's a beautiful place. It really is. It's hard to describe it unless you're experiencing it for yourself, but it's my happy place and I'm gonna continue to share it with you guys. I know everybody has a different experience living here, and I'm just gonna continue to share what my experience is. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them in the comments or check out the video description. I think I'm going to actually try out a Pilates class today and then do yoga, so I'll do that double today. I'm gonna leave this video here for now. I want you to start thinking about what it would look like for you to live a life of intentionality. Maybe you start journaling, maybe you write it down, and that'll help you get clearer about your vision for what it looks like to choose yourself and to live your life fully. All right, guys, I'm going to see you on the next video. Cheers. Bye bye.